Hello. Someone said to me that people need to feel that they belong before they'll believe. In John's Gospel, chapter 8, when the woman caught in the very act of adultery found herself accepted by Jesus, it's hard to imagine she not actually believing in him after that. After all, it is the goodness of God that leads us to repentance, isn't it? If you're looking for a place to fellowship, there are obvious things to look for. Is the doctrine sound and uplifting? Are the people at the pulpit saved? It may seem ridiculous to ask a question like that, but I know one or two people who've had pulpits, and I'd be asking that very question about them. Are they saved? But today, I want to discuss something that is often overlooked in our spiritual lives. Does your church feel like home to you? Now, I've been in congregations where nobody ever asked me over to their place. Of course, I'm very self-sufficient, independent, and content in my own company. I don't need anybody's hospitality as such. But isn't church supposed to be family? Are you making new friends at your church? Friendship is a very decisive factor in the longevity of your membership. Recently, I visited a congregation and a few people did come over to shake hands, but their lack of willingness to engage beyond that was quite palpable. The handshakes only seemed to come from the wrist and not from a deep gladness to welcome a different face. I know a lot of people in that church, but could see the old familiar faces were only interested in talking to their own friends, and they didn't seem to want to venture beyond their cliques. I found myself edged out of conversations. Now, I've come to see the club mentality as par for the course in church. You know what? I've learned to live with that. But what if it's a young believer who hasn't learned to overlook these failings? What if it's an unbeliever who has come to church in search of Jesus Christ? If they find themselves excluded, they may walk out that church door and never come back. And that's not okay.